Match 90, Godzillasaurus vs. Gorosaurus by Christian Salibert. With a low cackle, the mighty reptile known as Godzillasaurus trampled through his island home. The dinosaur in search of a meal, and thanks to his voracious appetite, anything that moved would do. Smaller animals scattered as he approached, but they didn't interest him anyway. He was after a true feast. Unfortunately for Godzillasaurus, he was not the only predator on the island. Rearing his head back and letting loose a mighty roar, Gorosaurus charged the smaller reptile. Having been driven from his home by an enormous ape, Gorosaurus was in an even fouler mood than usual. Perhaps killing this new creature would make him feel better. He came closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to Godzillasaurus, his tooth-lined jaws agape. Pass.
Wow, you read that under a minute.
Yeah.
That's a new record.
So how fast is this match going to be? Who knows?
Alright, Joe.
Joe!
Joe.
Joe! Joe!
I think he's busy.
Joe! 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 Joe!
I do not think Joe is alive at the moment, so
Maybe I should post that picture again to see if he comes back alive.
Joe! Joe!
Banner.
Joe! Joe!
Hi.
Wait, what?
Joe!
Get match 90 up. You're taking the next 3 paragraphs in place of Joe.
Oh shit. Hold on.
You're looking.
Oh, wait, hold on. He's typing.
He's typing.
Oh, there it is. There, found it. Found.
Okay, yeah, you'll take over. You'll take over for Joe. Read the.
Where are we?
Godzillasaurus reared
I
up
just
in
got
surprise. Yeah, Godzillasaurus reared up in surprise. It's the 4th indentation.
I see. Next, and the next 3 indentations.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Reared up in surprise as Gorosaurus charged him, then stopped. If slain, this beast would make quite a nice feast indeed. Godzillasaurus answered Gorosaurus' war cry with one of his own and went on the attack. It's crashed together, instantly biting and clawing at one another. Godzillasaurus managed to close his jaws on Gorosaurus' throat, biting down hard. The oversized dinosaur cried out as he felt his foe's teeth sink into his flesh. Bringing his arms up, Gorosaurus raked his claws across Godzillasaurus' snout, forcing him to release his toothy grip.
Isn't Godzillasaurus a vegetarian now?
Yeah, he's supposed. On a technical level, he would be.
Oh,
Well,
for fuck's
Godzillasaurus
sake.
eats whatever the author wants.
Yeah. Take blast it. Now Banner had to go away for a bit. I'll take over just for.
This story is cursed.
Yeah! The oversized allosaur cried out as he felt his foe's teeth sink into his flesh. Bringing his arms up, Gorosaurus raked his claws across Godzillasaurus' snout, forcing him to release his toothy grip. As Godzillasaurus backed away, his snout bleeding, Gorosaurus reared onto his tail and lashed out with his legs, kicking Godzillasaurus down before Godzillasaurus could get back to his feet.
We took some casualties!
Yeah, before Godzillasaurus could get back to his feet, Gorosaurus reached down and clamped his jaws onto his leg. Godzillasaurus thrashed and kicked as he tried to dislodge the larger reptile. Though at first unfazed by his foe's kicks, Gorosaurus was eventually forced to let go, allowing Godzillasaurus to return to his feet. Alright, Joe, take the last
We
paragraph.
have one paragraph.
I can hear again.
Yeah,
One
where are we?
paragraph.
Gorosaurus charged again.
Was charged again.
So just read that one
Alright,
paragraph.
yeah. Get the match back up. Okay, where are we?
Gorosaurus charged again.
Yeah.
Gorosaurus charged again, but Godzillasaurus spun around, clubbing his tail across his opponent's face. Gorosaurus staggered backward, and Godzillasaurus lunged towards him, tapping his jaws at his neck once more. Gorosaurus snapped back, their toothy maws nearly closing on each other. Gorosaurus leapt up and lashed out with another kangaroo kick, but this one merely knocked Godzillasaurus backward. Just as Gorosaurus landed back on his feet, Godzillasaurus turned and slammed his Gorosaurus' leg, sweeping them out from under. Huh?
There's too many words with Saurus in the name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I hate this match.
They can just different dinosaurs and it wouldn't really matter.
Yeah. As the larger dinosaur tried to get back to his feet, Gorosaurus attacked, biting down on Godzillasaurus' neck. Oh wait, I mean Godzillasaurus attacked, biting down on Gorosaurus' neck once again.
It does make a difference.
True. Shaking his head back and forth, he sank his fangs deeper and 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 deeper, tearing Gorosaurus' flesh. Yeah. Gorosaurus is on.
Hey, I thought this was mine.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh god. No, just the way Nagoda said that. Nagoda now reminds me of Yoda and Joe reminds me of R2-D2. Mine!
With rage. How dare this creature try to make a meal of him? He wasn't even a vegetable. He doesn't eat his trees. Clutching Gorosaurus' neck in his claws. Gorosaurus dropped to the ground, taking his foe with him. He was back on his feet in an instant, growling furiously as blood dripped on his neck. Tyrannosaurus was soon on his feet as well. was soon his feet as well. Roaring loudly. I guess he's just feet now.
Was soon his feet as well.
The two reptiles slammed into each other again and again and again.
And again and again.
Quickly,
and faster and faster and faster.
And fapping and
with all their
fapping.
might. The giant claw tore flesh, pierced skin, and the fearsome roars of predators filled the air. The two beasts battled across the entire island, tearing up the landscape as they went. Trees were uprooted, and mountains crumbled. And the invisible deer kicked them in the face as they walked past. Soon, their battle took them near a towering cliff, overlooking the sea, with a Tyrannosaurus at the bottom playing his piano. But neither creature took notice, too engrossed in their struggle to the death. Pass.
Battletoad bent down, then slammed his head into Tyrannosaurus' face, driving him back and towards the cliff. Tyrannosaurus held his arms open, his very tiny arms, and roared fiercely at his opponent. Battletoad attacked again, forcing Tyrannosaurus even further. The smaller predator managed to snatch Battletoad with his stubby arms and grappled with the beast, turning as they fought. Battletoad ended up on the side closest to the cliff as the two continued their battle. The ground underneath the dueling dinosaurs began to crack the cliff, unable to withstand the stress of the two titans. War on top of it. The cliff split and fell away, leaving Battletoad with nothing to stand on. The mighty beast dropped, but refused to perish alone. Reaching out with his powerful jaws, Battletoad bit down on Tyrannosaurus' throat, dragging him off the cliff alongside his foe. Plummeting through the sky, the two reptiles continued to snarl and snap at each other. Both beasts refused to admit defeat as they fell towards the sea, closer and closer to the rocks below. Draw, Tyrannosaurus and Battletoad.
Well, I'll give this match this. It was short.
Yeah, wasn't painful.
All right. Yeah, imagine if this thing were like super long. Oh man, that was. Oh. Yeah, like I'd say the biggest criticism, like I don't think it's at fault of the writing per se, but just the fact that Godzillasaurus and Gorosaurus are very similar. Not just in terms of powers per se, it's just reading it out loud. It's like, oh, it's a Gosaurus. In a nutshell.
Hurt being bit by Godzillasaurus though, because he's a vegetarian, isn't he?
And yeah, Godzillasaurus is more of a vegetarian type monster if baby Godzilla's of any indication, so.
Yeah, so I think his teeth would probably hurt a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Right. So.
Yeah, I think this match would be better if we just watched it instead of read it.
Right. This is definitely a lot.
It kind of reminds me of like one of those old dinosaur fights from
Yeah.
from the movies.
Right. That's not a bad thing. Like, I'm sure that was the vibe that Christian was going for. In that sense, yeah, it is kind of neat to see, like, oh, it's two dinosaurs just going at it. Like, yeah, that's kind of cool. But I will admit, like I said, just the fact that it's like, oh, it's Godzillasaurus and Gorosaurus, it's like, that gets really confusing when you're reading them out loud. Like, you will mix them up, so. Heck, I don't even remember being as confused with the match 43, King Kong versus Baragon, Titanosaurus, and Gorosaurus. Like, yeah, those had two Saurus Kaiju too, but at least Titano and Goro were different enough. But Gorosaurus and Godzillasaurus, oh boy.
Yeah, they started with different letters at least.
Oh, right. Yeah. But yeah. Like I said, I'm sure Godzillasaurus was added in here just something as the T-Rex substitute for the KWC. I am more than sure that is the case, and I don't mind. I don't mind it per se. Like, I don't think there's any strong demand for it, but I am currently writing a match with him, so.
Yeah, the only two matches he's in are written by the same author. That just shows how much love he gets.
For now, yeah. Yeah, two matches by the same author for now, but I'm sure that'll change in the future.
Godzillasaurus is a bunch of bullshit.
I think if you write a Godzillasaurus match, you should have to eat Gororin, because he's a vegetarian, and Gororin's a giant plant.
Well, yeah, but he's an alien plant. Have him eat Biollante, then. Well, no, she's half and half. Never mind.
Like, just Biolante's just sleeping on an island, and then just Godzillasaurus just
and Joe's back.
Okay, I'm back again.
Okay, Joe, what did you think of match 90?
I think it's alright, but would it have killed the writer to describe the monsters in ways that's not their names? Because reading Gorosaurus and Godzillasaurus over and over and over, and both of their names being similar, is really, really repetitive. And I don't like it.
Right. That's the same sort of criticism I gave, actually. But yeah, like I said, the only plus side to this is that it's a really short match. So.
Other than that, it's an alright to the claw match.
Alright, Nagoda, what'd you have to say?
Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I'd like to say is the banner is weird. It is really weird. That dinosaur looks like a T-Rex kind of. It doesn't even look like a Godzillasaurus, and that doesn't really look like enough to be a Gorosaurus.
It looks like a Battletoad.
Yeah, Tyrannosaurus versus Battletoad, as it's called.
Yes, and
yeah, the new Battletoads game looks great.
I know.
Yes, and my headcanon for this is that this is why Godzilla sent Gorosaurus miles away in that other map. Because he keeps his grudges from when he was Godzillasaurus. It's a grudge for a long time.
Well, folks, that was everything that needed to be said about this match. See you next time on Match 91. Bye.
Alright, fair enough. That was Match 90, and we'll see you guys next time for
We already
Match
ended
91.
I already told him that.
Shush.
Until then.